My friend sent me a video the other day of this YouTuber who gave a talk on how he quit his 9 to 5 job so that he could pursue his passion of traveling the world and creating content. The classic story of wanting to take pictures and travel and adventure and that be your life because you were suffering so much at your desk job. And it was actually a cool message. He, for 90% of the video, he just told all that. And then at the end, he said, he said something along the lines of, he's not saying that a 9 to 5 is bad, it's just on whether you feel like you're compromising or not. And which is like, I think the best point of that message and the overall meaning behind it all. And there's not enough people online that just give examples who are actually working 9 to 5 and absolutely vibing with it. So I decided I'm just gonna make a video because it sucks when people watch these things and maybe that last bit at the end they're like, oh yeah, compromising. But the whole example of the entire video was someone who's just traveling all the time. So a lot of people look at that and think to themselves that they have to be unhappy in their current circumstances now just because of what they're seeing. They're not reaching their potential that they're thinking of in their head or something like that. And I guess it's just always good to be aware to not fall into that trap and to understand and define what creates happiness in your life. How do you create that? You can appreciate limitlessly in so many areas, and it's a balance between creating your meaning and finding your meaning and what you like to do, what you're inclined towards. But yeah, I mean, I work 9 to 5 per se. I hate it when people, it's so overused, this whole escape 9 to 5 thing. And then passion too, follow your passion. Like, because you need to figure out what your goals are in line with your passion, or whatever your passion is. You don't even have to use the word passion. It's kind of a dramatic word these days because it's so overused. Just like wherever your interests lie, and then just understand what percentage of each interest that you want to adopt into your mental capacity. There's multiple different avenues to store your interests, and that can be work, that can be your family, your friends, the type of conversations you want to devote your focus to have deep, meaningful connections. It could be fitness. I mean, I'm really committed to having a varied and advanced fitness portfolio. So just being accountable in that, growing in that consistently, and then investing, learning about investments. How can you manage your money so that you set your family wealth up in the best way, or in a way that you want, not necessarily the best, just what works with you. A side project that you use as a tool to have something aside from work that maybe you can make some money on, or maybe you don't want to make money off of it. Maybe it's just a passion. Maybe you just want to paint and money's not your intention, and you just keep growing in that because you love the process. And go on trips, go travel. You don't But I guess what I'm saying is that there's personality differences, and it's okay for your interest not to be, I need to travel as much as possible and have as much adventure as possible because I only get one life and this is what it is. Working at a desk job is the worst thing I could do. I'm just sitting all day and I can't appreciate it at all. That's just so silly, and I think most of it comes from high schoolers. When you're in high school, this is definitely the general consensus. I was subject to it as well, and then as you mature and develop in life, you kind of just learn how to appreciate your desk job. Where do your interests lie? Are you one of those people who just absolutely hate your desk job, or absolutely hate working for somebody? You can't stand it 1 second longer or else you're going to be depressed. Or are you one of those people who's kind of vibing with work, vibing with the money you get from it, like developing your career in something, whether that's for an employer or for yourself? Or are you in the middle? Maybe you want to devote 60% of your time to traveling and having this adventurous lifestyle portfolio, which is great. And then 40% is to working. Maybe you want to do part-time work, be a contractor, whatever. Maybe you aren't really emphasizing setting up a family right now. Maybe just different points at life, different personalities, different interests. You can take other people's reason into consideration. That's just such a great thing to live by, I think. And what do you think about that? It's just taking everyone's reason into consideration, and then being honest and unbiased with yourself, but also setting a tone in your own unique way to applying it to yourself, so that you take all things considered, but you're defining your happiness at the end of the day and what makes you happy. You're in control of that. So that's just a way to sort of empower yourself